94.9. Awada baba awada.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
My head's so far away.
Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer. Oh.
The break of dawn for champions.
Champion, 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 champion.
On 32 FM 94.9.
To FM 949. Good morning. Welcome to the show, the Break of Dawn Papers Review. This is your laughter station, of course, and we hope that it's already a beautiful day that has started for you. It's the 25th of June 2025. My name is DENIKE Ademuwagon. Welcome to the Break of Dawn Papers Review. I'll be starting off with the front page. I have with me the Punch, the Vanguard, the Premium Times, the Daily Post. I'll be starting off with the Punch newspaper. I will start off with this one. It says riders threaten protest over federal government's failed CNG tricycles promise. NYC denies service extension for copper who criticized Tinubu. Port Harcourt refinery shutdown enters second month. Iran-Israel marketers urge government to prevent fuel price hike. There's a major story on the Punch. It says Tinubu NAS face fresh criticism over 2024 budget. Tobacco kills 1.3 million non-smokers yearly, according to WHO. Federal government monitors Israel-Iran ceasefire, reviews evacuation plans. 15 education colleges to award degrees NCE concurrently. 2031 presidency, Tinubu's successor tussle fuels 2027 VP slot battle. NEC meeting, PDP NWC convenes as governors. INEC talks end in stalemate. Senate seeks federal government state synergy to harness solid minerals. And some more stories. Oyo road crash claims 10 motorists. Oyo CP appeals for calm as headers abduct 2 indigenes. Court convicts 12 in Kwara crackdown on environmental offences. Residents cry foul as Loma probes PSP tariff hike plan. Oshun community seeks help after deadly hoodlums attack. We'll take a look at some more stories. Nigeria drifting into unitarism, true federalism, way out. Olanipekun. And also SDP crisis, I remain national chairman, Gabam. Lagos local government poll, don't take anything for granted, Sanwo-Olu tells APC candidate. Internal crisis blamed as PDP LP lawmakers join APC. SDP suspends national chairman, others over alleged fraud. Thugs invade SDP headquarters. All right, that's a repetition. 2027, Okpebholo promises Tinubu 2.5 million votes in Edo. There's also another one that says PDP fault Okpebholo's promise of 2.5 million votes for Tinubu. Let's move on to the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu has A1 in politics, F9 governance, Adebayo. North bleeding daily from uncontrolled violence, Northern elders. Adamawa government revokes Atiku's Waziri title over indigenship policy. 2 appropriations in 1 year, experts react as NAS OK's rollover of 2024 budget till December 2025. Pharmacist accuse physician leadership for healthcare crisis. I'm reaping the gains of loyalty, consistency in politics, Diri. SDP crisis, Secretariat gate pulled down as thugs security clash. Police arrest 26 in connection with Benue massacre. I know how I met Atiku, Showumi replies Reno Metu. And also LG polls don't take anything for granted, Sanwo-Olu tells APC candidates. 2 PDP LP reps dump parties for APC. And there's a photo appearing on the front page of the Vanguard. Says Rwanda's Paul Kagame reappears amid health rumors meet Obasanjo. And the Daily Post reports 24 Akwa Ibom lawmakers defect from PDP to APC. Police detain 3 masqueraders in Enugu over alleged assault. Benue crisis, police arrest 28 masterminds of Yelewata massacre. Taraba, lawmakers move to replace deputy governor amid prolonged illness. 1 feared dead, farmlands destroyed in renewed herdsmen attack on Benue community. We take a look at some more. Group urges Igbos to defend themselves against herdsmen attack. Crisis, reps launches ad hoc committee to address security challenges in Plateau. Others. And Benue, I'm deeply saddened. Aliyah reacts to murder of travelers. El Rufai, this is where you got it all wrong. Ndume tells Tinubu, you are suffering consequences of what you did to Amechi. Ndume to El Rufai. Niger government to crack down on sellers of adulterated fertilizers. FCT council election, use my projects to campaign, Wike tells allies. Count me out as running mate to Tinubu in 2027, Barral tells northern groups. Osun local government crisis, PDP officials seek Tinubu's intervention. And some headlines out of the Premium Times paper. Hospital patients celebrate successful kidney transplant in Maiduguri. Israel-Iran war. Trump provides ceasefire details as Israel-Iran reacts. That's on the foreign side of things. And you also find updated Senate again extends implementation of Nigeria's 2024 budget. Mokwa flood, over 206 people killed, 3,534 others displaced, lawmaker. PDP INEC meet over party's national secretary crisis. SDP suspends national chairperson, 2 others for alleged fraud. Gates Foundation pledges $1.6 billion to Gavi to boost global vaccine access. Or your chief judge frees 77 inmates. FRSC confirms 5 dead in Oyo multiple road crash. And quickly to The Guardian, Lagos announces 110-day traffic diversion for Ogudu-Ifako Bridge repairs. Some more stories also says, in pictures, Tinubu receives Queen Mary of Denmark at Aso Villa. Article 6 clarity on Tinubu's Chicago classmate. And lastly, Navy arrest 76 vessels, 242 suspected oil thieves in 2 years. We'll go on our first commercial break. Do stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the analysis.
FM 94.9.
Golden penny pasta, what's your reason? What's your reason? Oh, everybody gather round. Come and hear the news in town. From the kitchen to my heart, every single body's a thrill. With every bowl I share, I find more reasons.
There are more reasons to love Golden Penny pasta, enriched with protein and fiber for you and your loved ones. Golden Penny pasta, great taste, good nutrition.
Win 20,000 Naira daily with Cocoa Box and 32FM. Partnering with 32FM 94.9, Cocoa Box offers you a chance to win 20,000 Naira daily with just 500 Naira. Here's how to play. 1. Dial *347*253# and follow the prompts. 2. Indicate the number of times you want to play. 3. It generates a one-time account number for payment. 4. Make payments via your bank app, USSD, or visit a nearby POS with generated account number. Important, the account number is valid for a few minutes and for that specific transaction only. Please note that if you don't complete the transaction on this generated account, you won't be able to create another one. Increase your chances. Play multiple times to boost your odds of winning. Draw schedule. Raffle draw 9:30 a.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. 10 lucky winners daily, each winning 20,000 Naira. Total payment 200,000 Naira daily. And on Saturdays, 2 lucky winners will be selected on Ege by 1 p.m. Get started. Dial *347*253# now and win big with just 500 Naira.
kò bá jẹ́ 24, 29 tàbí 32 ṣáà ti fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa lórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ kàn tẹ 32FM 949 tẹ̀lé fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀.
Welcome to Bet Great. Bet on sports. Confirm bonus up to 350% and stand a chance to win with Bet Great. You can cash out and auto cash out whenever you want. So you're always in charge. Na casino game you want? You can pilot yourself with Bet Great on Aviator and much more. And be in cruise control. Join using promo code GOAL and get your welcome free bet. Experience these and much more in our shops or online on betgreat.com. Be great. Bet Great. Bet responsibly. Only 18 plus.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Life is a series of decisions, from where to live, who to marry, to even what to eat. As you navigate these choices, we hope you've made the right ones so far. Now, let's talk about making a smart investment decision. Investing with Soft Sands Property, a leading real estate organization in partnership with 32FM 94.9, could be one of the best choices you'll ever make. With our innovative estates like Orange Estate in Ido, Mango Estate in Akufo, and soon Banana Estate in Omiadio, you have numerous excellent options. Partnering with Soft Sands Property could be the game changer you need. Call or WhatsApp 0911 555 0055 or 0916 461 5000 or visit www.softsandsproperty.com for more information. Soft Sands, created to house the world.
Àmàlà dúdú, àmàlà funfun, àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ bí etí, ní ṣàwéwédú tó yọ̀ kólólò, ọ̀rẹ́ ìmùlẹ̀ gbẹ̀gìrì, pẹ̀lú ẹran tó muta, káàsà, ẹ̀kú àmójúbà.
32 FM
94.9.
Thank you for staying with us on the Break of Dawn Papers review on 32 FM 94.9. Austin Adumu joins me this morning for the analysis. I am at DENIKE at Dimuwago. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, DENIKE, and thank you for having me.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's get right into, we'll be starting off with the recent Benue attack, and also linking it to the police arrest of, according to the report from the Daily Post, the police has arrested 28 masterminds of the Yelewata massacre. Let's start off with the fresh one, because there's a report out of the Daily Post that said that attacks began 5 days ago in Guma local government area of Benue State, and it coincided with the visit of the president to the state, and eyewitnesses saying that some assailants stormed their community and started to fire sporadically. And also linking that to the arrest that I mentioned earlier, the arrest according to the police IGP, saying that they've been able to capture the number of people who might have been responsible for the killings of around 200 people in that community. What were your expectations as regards the Benue attacks? Would you say that you were expecting that this kind of situation in another community would have continued or carried on, looking at how intense that particular attack in Yelewata happened?
Yes, it's really disappointing that there is still continuous killing in Benue State. Whatever the government had to do, both the state and the federal government, they need to do as a matter of urgency to arrest that barbaric killing. The community too need to also do a lot in the area of I listened to the chief of defense staff, who said that they had earlier gotten intelligence by the GSS that there was going to be an attack, that they were having men in Yewata. Then villagers came to meet them that there was an attack going on in another community, so they had to mobilize there. And before you know it, the attack, there was nothing on the other side. The attack was targeted at Yelwata. So a lot of things are involved. I think the traditional rulers, the locals, they really need to also help the security operative to be able to do their job. Because what it looks more or less like is that the people of the community, they are also providing technical support, information support, and also trying to do solidarity with them for whatever reason. We can't continue to have people die in that situation. For me, it's also particularly shameful that it will now take the president to address directly the Inspector General of Police at such a town hall meeting before arrest could be made. Honestly, when the incident happened, arrest should have even been made without the president saying it. Must we wait for the president to give orders on every situation? So in an ideal situation, the IGP should have lost his job. That is my own view. The IGP should have lost his job. Why will IGP be waiting, or security operative be waiting for the president to make a formal declaration before action is taken? That declaration was made on Wednesday, and now they said about 28 people have been arrested.
They also said they apprehended. They also said they apprehended 22 suspects who were arrested in Jos over the gruesome murder of 9 persons traveling to Kwampam for a wedding. I don't know if you caught that story. So 22 other people from that. Yes.
Yes, I got that story. A lot of arrests need to be made. From another intelligence information that we got is that these people, they don't even speak the local language. Where do they come from? They are not ghosts. They didn't fall from the sky. We should be able to track them. If they mix with the people and the people provide support, information for those who do not speak their language to destroy their own people that speak their language. So there is really more to it. It's a complex situation that I think the government, with all the resources and proper intelligence, can be able to nip that killing in the bud. Because if we take the issue in Benue for granted, at the long run, so many things will be wrong with us as a people. So whatever the government has to do, like I said earlier, in terms of information, and there should be enough troops too. There should be mobilization of troops, because if there were enough troops, there's supposed to be simultaneous surveillance, not troops moving from one place to the other, shifting bases and allowing the enemy to attack. So whatever the government can do, including the state
What about transparency? What about transparency in the area? Because they're going to be arraigned to court, according to the report. What about transparency in the court processes so that the people can know where they stand? Are we going to arraign them and then discharge them and say, okay, these are not the people, or these are the people, and things like that? Transparency, is that not an important factor in this?
That's another lacuna. A lot of Boko Haram members, I think 5 years ago or so, they were arrested, about 400 of them. How far about that case now? How have we fared in terms of the judicial process? I think the major thing is to launch an attack on these people and take them out. That's just the truth of the matter. This idea of arresting people that are burning a whole village, burning people while they are sleeping, raising an outbreak, let them go and meet their maker. That is the best solution. We need to launch an offensive against them. Let the military look for a way to take them out, arresting them, arraigning them. There are some people that we could arrest for intelligence, for the purpose of intelligence, for the purpose of further information. But there are a lot of these guys that need to be taken out. That's the summary of it.
All right. Let's quickly head to the Port Harcourt refinery. According to reports, it's been under maintenance now for over a month. It was shut down briefly. It's stated to be briefly, but now it has entered its second month and the plant has yet to resume operation. Now, of course, local petroleum marketers are now expressing concerns over this shutdown. There was also something as regards investigation that the EFCC was investigating the maintenance, the turnaround maintenance, and all the disbursement of funds, about $1.5 billion here to help the refinery at some point, or to, the word is not coming to my mind now. But anyway, the idea behind this is the investigation to why the Port Harcourt refinery is currently not performing the way it should, and now they're doing a turnaround maintenance, and there seem to be some hush as regards why this maintenance. A refinery that just kick-started not too long ago, why are we doing maintenance at this time, and why is it being kept such a secret in this time as well?
Yeah, maintenance of such a refinery is like a routine maintenance, an ongoing process of maintenance. The truth of the matter is that, for me personally, I've not really felt the impact of this new board of NNPC. Despite the fact that we have a lot of technocrats, we have a lot of seasoned people in the oil sector who are familiar with the sector on the board, they have not really been able to impress me. Maybe that is my personal thinking anyway. They have not been able to impress me because things are still being done the usual way. By now, there should be a kind of overhauling. There should be a kind of paradigm shift from the way we used to do things. Having said that, it is evidently obvious that the fund that is committed to turnaround maintenance practically ends up in the pocket of few big people within the sector. That is the way it looks like. I believe that maintenance should be ongoing based on the age of the Port Harcourt refinery. But that does not mean that the plant completely should be grounded. If the plant was resuscitated according to their report around November last year, by now there shouldn't be like a major maintenance that will shut down the plant.
Exactly that my point, because spending $1.5 billion and in 6 months after the publicized opening, we are back to maintenance that has lasted over a month, almost 2 months. What exactly are we doing?
That's the concern. A lot of these funds need to be tracked. We need to probe a lot of these funds. Cumulatively from 1999 to as we speak now, we have spent over 20 trillion, over 20 billion US dollars for turnaround maintenance, not Port Harcourt refinery alone, on all the refineries in the country. We have spent that amount. How much does it cost to build a world-class refinery like the one we have in India, like some of the ones we have in Saudi and in America? So this is the point. A lot of people will vote this money. Some people within the NNPC and some people in government, they help themselves with this money and they cash out with it.
There was also a report about Warri Refinery.
As far as NNPC officials are concerned.
There was also a report about Warri Refinery, something about being declared open by Kyari in December, and after a month it was shut down, and since then it has not yet resumed operations. So how are we finding these things out in terms of the monies involved? Whose pockets are they going and things like that?
That is the problem. We really need to probe that sector. We need to overhaul that sector, because we need to open the accounts of that sector. A lot of these funds are being channeled or funneled into private hands. That is the major problem that we are having. Because one, I agree, I'm a little bit familiar with the way things work in the oil sector, right? But then these refineries are old in terms of age. But that does not mean that it can still work. It is optimality in terms of function that will differ. But the truth of the matter is that if we spend that whopping amount of billions in dollars to resuscitate that refinery, it is quite too early. You know, when this refinery started working, I talked about sustainability. How do we sustain the refinery in terms of capacity to function? That is the issue. It is not the problem we have with those refineries, that it's not as if they have never really worked before. But how do we sustain their capacity to continue to operate? Because they have been very epileptic. If you open it in November, for example, and by May of this year, it's shut down again, only God knows when it will be reopened again. And we need those refineries to be able to achieve the needed competition in the oil sector for the benefit of an average Nigerian.
All right. I would like for you to touch on the implication of the implementation of the budget. There was something about the Senate extending implementation of Nigeria's 2024 budget. They are saying that it's to allow the federal government to complete ongoing projects that have been captured in the budget. And also there was a report about the fact that the Nigerian government lacks the resources to capture the expenditures proposed in the budget. And I just want you to touch on that. The extension of the budget, they are saying that this is to avoid the federal government abandoning projects in different parts of the country, so it has to be extended.
Yeah, it's a good thing that the government does not want to abandon projects. Abandonment of projects does not really help the people. And it's also good that the government is continuing with some of the inherited projects. Having said that, I think extending the budget of 2024 to December 31st, 2025 does not make any economic sense to me. I don't know, except Adeola Olamilekan, the chairman appropriation committee, finance committee should really explain this to us in detail. Of course, I know that some of these projects cannot be concluded in a fiscal year cycle. I know that. But I also understand the fact that in budgeting process, funds are retired by MDAs at the end of the year to be rolled over and recaptured for the following year. So what is currently happening, all this grammar will not help Nigeria. This is like the second or the third time that the budget implementation capital component, when we talk about 2024 budget implementation, we are talking about the capital component. The recurrent expenditure has been fully actualized, which means that we service more of consumption. How much did we even vote for capital projects that we are now shifting expected date of delivery? So they have to make us really understand this. If it is for abandonment of project, what other way can we achieve that to ensure that projects are not abandoned, which is very good? Then how can we extend 2024 budget implementation to December 2025.
Right.
December 31st, 2025. If we achieve that, so what happened to the 2025 budgets? That's the issue. They should have seen those things coming and make adequate provision, retire funds, recapture it again in another existing budget, and continue from where you stop. That is the way it should be, because an average person does not understand this grammar that they are speaking on the floor of the Senate. They need to make it make sense to the man on the street. That is the way I see it.
All right. We have to go on a break now. Do stay with us. 32 FM 94.9. We are live on Facebook. It's 32 FM 949 Fenya. Please stay with us.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí ń bẹ nílùú òyìnbó sọ pé àwọn máa ń ra electronics wọ́n sì máa sanwó ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ bí wọ́n ti ń gbowó lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ní nàìjíríà wa yìí ó máa gba 20,000 naira wọ́n sì máa retí pé kó kó 500,000 naira wà lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà láti fi ra nǹkan bó bá fẹ́ ra tv náà ó máa tówó jọ bí ẹni dọ́jọ́ ìgbéyàwó sọ́nà.
àlàyé farabalẹ̀ ṣé o ti gbọ́ nípa CDK ni.
ó dé o CDK kí ni.
níbẹ̀ lèmi ti ra fóònù ọwọ́ mi tó ń wò yìí fìríìjì washing machine home theatre tí mo sì ń sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀ kódà kò ní owó èlé kankan iye tán sì ń tà lọ́jà gan-an onímúra.
irọ́ o ṣé lóòótọ́ wọn ò fowó kankan kún kẹ̀.
ọ̀rẹ́ wa n ò fowó kankan kún kódà gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí mo rà lọ́dọ̀ wọn ni wọ́n ti gbé fún mi tí ì sì tí ì sanwó mi tán tí mò ń sanwó mi díẹ̀díẹ̀. ọ̀rẹ́ wa kí ló dé tó ń yọra rẹ lẹ́nu ǹjẹ́ ló mọ̀ pé pẹ̀lú CDK o lè ra àwọn nǹkan èlò inú ilé tó sì máa sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀.
download CDK báyìí lórí Google Play Store tàbí App Store.
CDK, making life easier.
ẹ máa rọra o ẹ jẹ́ ká gbẹ́sẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ láàrin ìṣẹ́jú méjì a ó dòrò ilé wa.
ìṣẹ́jú méjì a sì ti rin kìlómítà kan ẹ dákun orí ilẹ̀ là ń lọ ní àbáginjù àmọ́ gbé èèyàn mọ́ tí ẹ ṣáàjùlé ọ̀run.
bí ẹ bá gbóhùn èèyàn mọ́ mo lérò pé ṣáà ń gbóhùn àwọn yòókù tí ń ké sí o sí o. ohun ojú wọn lójú rí nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ ilé àti ilẹ̀ títà ti di tajà tẹran. nílẹ̀ mi ti mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn olùgbàdì jìbìtì tó pọ̀ jáǹtì rẹ̀. àwọn tí wọn ò kó tọrọ nìkan lèmi lè júwe soft sand property fún. iléeṣẹ́ talẹ́talẹ̀ tóun àti tatu fm jọ ń ṣe àṣepọ̀ yíkáyíká ìlú ìbàdàn ni wọ́n nílé tí wọ́n sì nílẹ̀ sí fẹ́lifẹ́li ní àwọn estate wa yìí gbóná lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. àwa la ní orange estate tó wà ní ìdó níbi àwọn lọ́lá ń kọ́lé sí. bákan náà ni mango estate tó wà lákùfọ̀ lójú ọ̀nà Lifeforce international school ìṣẹ́jú méjì ní secondary school lákùfọ̀. iṣẹ́ tún lọ lọ́wọ́ lórí banana estate tó wà ní ẹ̀bá ojú irin omi àdìo. ohun tí a fi yàtọ̀ sí ará yòókù ni pé bí ẹ bá ti ń sanwó ilẹ̀ yín fún soft sand property ní 32 FM ni wọ́n ti máa já rìsíìtì fún yín. ṣé ẹ wá rí i pé abẹ́rẹ́ tiwa lókun nídìí. bí ẹ bá wá ní ilé tàbí ilẹ̀ tí ẹ fẹ́ tà tàbí tí ẹ fẹ́ rà ẹ kàn sí wa ní 32 FM àjàkẹ́ni cocoa house nìbàdàn tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè sórí àwọn nọ́mbà yìí 09115550055 tàbí sórí 09164615000 soft sands property òrùlé fún tẹrú tọmọ.
àmàlà dúdú àmàlà funfun àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ bí etí ní ṣàwéwédú tó yọ̀ kólólò ọ̀rẹ́ ìmùlẹ̀ gbẹ̀gìrì pẹ̀lú ẹran tó muta káàṣà ẹ̀kú ojú lọ́nà.
jẹ́ 20,000 naira lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú Coco Box àti 32 FM. ìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ Coco Box ní ó fi àǹfààní 20,000 naira fún wa láti máa jẹ lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú 500 naira. bó o lẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣe jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ ẹ lọ tẹ *347*253# lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ yín èyíkéyìí nẹ́tíwọ̀kì tẹ́ bá ń lò ẹ fi iye ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ tà sí. wọ́n send account number tẹ́ ẹ lè lò lẹ́ẹ̀kan péré sí yín. ẹ sanwó pẹ̀lú backup yín USSD àbí kẹ́ ẹ ṣàbẹ̀wò sí POS tó súnmọ́dọ̀ yín yẹn pẹ̀lú account number tó ti wà lọ́wọ́ yín. èyí ṣe pàtàkì ìṣẹ́jú díẹ̀ péré ni account number ń fi lè ṣiṣẹ́ ó sì wà fẹ́yìí tẹ́ ẹ ta yẹn nìkan. bẹ́ẹ̀ bá kọ̀ láti sanwó sórí account number wọn yóò ṣàdínàgbò òkú fún yín látún ti ta lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣe ta tó pọ̀ sí ni àǹfààní ṣe wà ń bẹ̀ fún yín láti jẹ aago 9 àbọ̀ lówùrọ̀ aago 2 ọ̀sán aago 3 àtàago 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ látọjọ́ ajé Monday sọ́jọ́ ẹtì ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ náà máa yí koto. èèyàn 10 ni ó gba 20,000 naira lójoojúmọ́ 200,000 naira gbáko sẹ́yìn náà rí púpọ̀. ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta sátidé èèyàn 2 péré ni ó jẹ lórí ètò ègé láago kan ọ̀sán. ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lónìí *347*253#. ẹ̀yin náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí kẹ́tẹ̀ *347*253#. ẹ jẹ́ 20,000 naira pẹ̀lú 500 naira. Coco Box àti 32 FM ó ti pọ̀ jù.
Mr. Teacher, please what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo. kò bá jẹ́ 24 29 tàbí 32 ṣáà ti fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa lórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ kàn tẹ 32 FM 949 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀. This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong. Finish strong.
32 FM
94.9.
32 FM 94.9. Welcome back to the Break of Dawn Papers Review. This is your laughter station. And now we open the phone lines for your reactions. You can call the number 0809 7000 949. You can also try the number 0906 2000 949 to be a part of the conversation. We're live on Facebook. It's 32FM 949 Fenya. Once again, 32FM 949 Fenya. Hello, good morning.
Thank you. I'm John Jacob. Thank you also for your comments. But let me just tell Nigerians this. They can defeat people. You can't defeat me. Port Harcourt's refinery never worked even in a single day. I'm referring to the Secretary of Alasa Community Stakeholders, Timothy Mbere, that's the name. He said on that day that product loaded from the newly so-called rehabilitated Port Harcourt refinery were not freshly reformed, but product left in the storage tank of the facilities in the last 3 years. Timothy Mbere equally said only 6 trucks were loaded instead of 200 as claimed. And someone still believed that Port Harcourt refinery was working. It never worked even a day. Let me tell you, I want to thank the IG now for the arrest he has made, but that has to do with the body language of Mr. President. No IG or commissioner ever deal with the Fulani without looking at the body language of Mr. President. Thank you. I'm John Nuzanjako.
All right, thank you very much. Hello. All right, the number to call 0906 2000 949. 0705 5000 949. Our Facebook is 32FM 949 Fenya. Hello, Austin, are you there? Okay, there's a call. Just hold on. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Bumi Adepusi calling from Apata, hybrid day analyst.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go on.
Lies and deceit, corruption are deeply rooted in Nigeria. That is why we've been hearing lies, especially from the government at the center led by APC. You can imagine 210 trillion naira in the oil sector, and Nigeria still stand like this. We are too resilient in Nigeria. We should be out by now protesting in a right manner to the government that, see, we cannot continue this way. Some of our leaders missed it because even most of them don't proud of the Nigeria they came from. That is why we cannot see any good things coming from them. That is why we need a system that will fight corruption in Nigeria. That will make a corruption a capital offense. Be irrespective of your positions in society. That's my submission. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much. The number to call 0906 2000 949 0809 7000 949. Austin, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Bolabo.
Good morning.
This is Benga Mari calling from Apata. Good morning, Mr. Austin. God bless you. Now, on the issue of the Port Harcourt refinery, I think I want to join the view of Mr. John Njoku. The Port Harcourt refinery is not working. And I want to clarify that we are not having a refinery in the country. Instead, we are having a modular whatever that is smaller to refinery. Because if Port Harcourt refinery is working optimally, I'm telling you as you speak, petrol ought to not be sold at the amount it's really being sold. So I think those are, don't tell me, in this country, whenever we hear something of such magnitude, we only hear the few part of it. The others will be kept with the government, and it cannot take us further as a country. And on you ask those that are being killed, those that are being arrested by the IGP, I think such an effort should be extended to maim, to arrest, to kill those terrorists that are killing the Benue people. I'm telling you, you cannot be telling us you are making arrests of some particular percentage of people that are killed or that mean people. How about those terrorists? I think it's high time that the security agencies should always arrest those terrorists and ensure that they pick them out from their hideouts. By this, we have an headway. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, 0906 2949, 0809 7949. We'll pick a call. Hello.
Good morning, Plaza.
Good morning.
I'm greeting us to the public affairs analyst as well as your uncle, 𝐒𝐑𝐿 is my name. You see, my perspective this morning, how come it is easy, just like that, those that behind the killings that beyond human capacity, the foolish killing so far, how come it is just easy like that? Those who behind kidnapping, it is nowhere to be found. They told us we are on top of the situation. Until the family of those that kidnapped pay the ransom, it is forgotten, and they release the person in the victim. All of a sudden, they said we are still on top of the situation. The money has been collected. That is the end. And how come it's not easy like this? After the president dictation, what are we saying this morning? Is it not those who are working at Scatter or just those who roam me anyhow? They just arrest and they are telling us that they have arrested those who behind the killings. I'm not. It's unbelievable. I can't take it. To my personal opinion, to my own belief, to my own perspective, I can't believe that those that are arrested, it is those that behind the benefit. It's a lie. I am the collapse, and that's a perspective. Money doesn't money.
All right. Hello. Good morning.
DENIKE.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is okay. And also, good morning. Just like John Joku said, the refinery never worked one day. Some of us, I remembered when we talked about it, when the man said it, they told us it never worked. This is actually a government of the sick. And I think it's beginning to come out to reality now. How do we get out of this problem? Or probably we should just manage and continue with them until this very first term is over. That is actually, because all these are shouts and things, they are not listening, they are not doing anything. Like Austin said rightly, the ordinary man on the budget issue is actually asking. If we explain it in a simple way, what they are simply saying is that last year's budget is continuing till December this year. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much. Sulaiman Sharif says, good morning. Budget performance that's not more than 30 to 40% in most instances. Yet they make budgets year in, year out, running how many budgets concurrently. So obvious why Mr. President insisted on the choice of the present Senate and House leadership at the National Assembly. And it's time for us to go. Thank you so much for being a part of the Break of Dawn Papers Review. Austin Odumu, thank you so much. We appreciate you for your analysis. Thank you for always being there when we call on you. All right, the Break of Dawn Papers Review returns tomorrow, Thursday, the 26th of June 2025. Coming up next is the Smart Kids Show. Keep listening to 32 FM 94.9. I am at DENIKE at Dimuwago. Bye for now and have a good day.